your own pace. Hello everyone. My name is Stephanie. I'm here to support you recovering from religious, emotional, and physical trauma. So let's get to it. So on the 22nd, we will have the Sun and Mars in Sagittarius, which is kind of where we left off. But the full moon on the 27th is going to be at its peak, 4 degrees of Gemini. Gemini is air, hence why we did the alternate nostril breathing. You know, that's what kind of Gemini reminds me of. It's the twin, right? So we have that. And speaking of air, we also are going to have Mercury coming in. Trying to see if it says when. I want to say that it's going to be going, let's see, where's Mercury now? Mercury is going to be, Mercury's still in Libra for right now, but it is going to be going retrograde. I'll keep you updated when that will be. I know it's going to be sometime in December. Otherwise, let's talk about Gemini. So Gemini, very logical, very pragmatic. They're, when it comes to making up their mind, a little bit like Libra, sometimes they do have trouble with that. Unlike Libra, they only see one side of something, though. They don't see both sides. And they're very moody. So when you think of, or when I think of Gemini, I think of mood swings. Okay. But the full moon in Gemini, depending on where it is in your chart, I know for me, if you're Scorpio rising, most likely for you, it will mean that it's highlighting your 8th house, okay? So making sure that other people's assets, if you're in business like I am and you're receiving money from people, making sure that maybe you're charging them the correct way. And you know, there are things that are going to be going on, and there's opposite house which is Sagittarius. Like Sagittarius, also Gemini is a mutable sign. It can flow, okay? My experience has been, though, with Gemini men that not all of them, but a lot of them are always right. It can be like that with women too. With the men, they're very close to Taurus when it comes to being right, Taurus men. And the thing is, they can be right with no evidence. If a Libra is right, they're going to give you evidence. Same thing with a Scorpio, which is water. Okay. But otherwise, I know Geminis, for me, they really supported me in my healing journey. My friend that's actually started the community, is Gemini. And she started the basically religious trauma community, which is how I kind of started figuring out who I was. So being in community is great. It's a very air thing. If you ever watch the birds, most birds are in the community, okay? Community is also more of an Aquarius thing than a Gemini thing, but they can start it. And so, you know, watch others, people, and assets. It could be also inheritance as well. Maybe you're about to inherit something and maybe it is highlighted there. Or maybe it has nothing to do with that at all. Maybe it's just a way for you to check yourself. How is your mood? I know for me, I had been very Aquarius a couple weeks ago and very detached because I felt like I had to be. But I forgot about the heart, to keep my heart open. So are you keeping your heart open as you are detached? Because you can do both. That is possible. Gemini, I think of air, I think of the way you speak. Okay? Are you speaking with love? Or are you speaking from a place of moodiness? Are you reacting? Okay? Think about those things. And just rest. Geminis are pretty active people. They're pretty mutable. But remember, Saturn's going to remind you. A lot of people are starting to hit that Saturn wall of you need to rest. Okay? You took on way too much. You need to rest. If you are in your 6th house of career like I am, my 6th house of, career. Not career, it's work. But I'm in my 6th house of perfection, and I get to be more creative. I get to play around with Pisces, with structure, because Saturn's there, okay? And, I get to see what else comes up when Neptune turns direct, what else I get to play with, what other dreams may come, since Pisces is very dreamy. Excuse me. But yeah, if you are in your 6th house of perfection, watch that. Whatever sign that may be in for you. If you are in your one personal year, and I know I've been mentioning this a lot, what have you learned? Okay, what are you learning right now? Did you learn what you needed to learn? And there's a huge shift going on right now. I've seen it in other dimensions. I've seen it in this one. I've been feeling it. There's a huge shift, a huge change. Are you willing to go with that change? And if not, maybe ask yourself why. Be mutable like Gemini. Be willing to go with the flow of air. And if truth comes up, because there's still a lot of truth coming out about a lot of people. I had some truth this week. And last week, I was able to verbally say my truth. And, there's a lot of truth coming out about celebrities. So what truth is it that Gemini is highlighting for you? What is Grandmother Moon trying to highlight in Gemini? What truth do you need to see? Okay? And with that, please like and subscribe. And I will talk to you all soon.